Genesis chapter 22. It came to pass after these things that God tested Abraham, and said to him, Abraham, he said, Here I am. He said, Take now your son, your only son Isaac, whom you love, and go to the land of Moriah, and offer him there as a burnt offering on one of the mountains, of which I will tell you. Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son. He split the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up, and went to the place of which God had told him. On the 3rd day Abraham lifted up his eyes, and saw the place afar off. Abraham said to his young men, Stay here with the donkey. The lad and I will go yonder, and worship, and we will come back to you. Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering, and laid it on Isaac his son. He took the fire and the knife in his hand, and the 2 of them went together. Isaac spoke to Abraham his father, and said, My father. He said, Here I am, my son. He said, Behold the fire and the wood. But where is the lamb for a burnt offering? Abraham said, God himself will provide the lamb for a burnt offering, my son. So the 2 of them went together. They came to the place of which God had told him. Abraham built the altar there, and arranged the wood, and bound Isaac his son, and laid him on the altar upon the wood. Abraham stretched out his hand, and took the knife to slay his son. But the angel of Yahweh called to him out of the sky, and said, Abraham, Abraham. He said, Here I am. He said, Don't lay your hand on the lad, nor do anything to him. For now I know that you fear God, seeing that you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Abraham lifted up his eyes, and looked, and behold, behind him was a ram caught in a thicket by his horns. Abraham went and took the ram, and offered him up for a burnt offering instead of his son. Abraham called the name of that place Yahweh Yireh. As it is said to this day, In the mount of Yahweh it will be seen. The angel of Yahweh called to Abraham a 2nd time out of the sky, and said, By myself I have sworn, says Yahweh, because you have done this thing, and have not withheld your son, your only son, that I will indeed bless you, and multiply your offspring as the stars of the sky, and as the sand, which is on the seashore. Your offspring shall possess the gate of his enemies, and in your offspring shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because you have obeyed my voice. Abraham returned to his young men, and they rose up and went together to Beersheba. Abraham lived at Beersheba. It came to pass after these things that it was told Abraham, saying, Behold, Milcah also has borne children to your brother Nahor, Uz his firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel, the father of Aram, Kest, Hasso, Pildash, Jidlaph, and Bethuel. Bethuel fathered Rebekah. These 8 Milcah bore to Nahor, Abraham's brother. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also bore Tebah, Gaham, Tahash, and Mahakah.